So, Jesse Mack Butler is the 18-year-old male who was facing up to 80 years of jail time after being convicted for raping two teenage girls. But as of last week, with a deal that his lawyer was able to strike up and a judge actually granting it, he is now a free man. Yes, you heard correctly. An 18-year-old white male. And yes, I am stressing the fact that this is an 18-year-old white male who has gotten away with raping two 16-year-old girls. He's completely avoided all jail time. And let me tell you the reason or the loophole in which his fucking lawyer was able to actually arrange this fucking deal. So Butler was facing up to 10 counts, okay? 10 counts of sex crimes against the two high school girls, including rape and strangulation, yes. So the first victim, 16, was strangled so badly that she required surgery, you understand? And the doctors told her that she was actually 30 seconds away from dying. The second victim? Also strangled by Jesse Butler. Why? Because she declined having sex with him. He strangled her to the point where she lost consciousness. And here's the best part, actually the worst. He recorded it. He got it on video. He got it on film. He recorded himself committing this fucking act, this heinous act. Now, because these women actually had to go to the hospital, one actually needed surgery for some of the injuries that she sustained by him actually strangling her, you understand? And he provided the evidence himself by actually recording the fucking ordeal. This is the reason why he was facing 80 years. This is how he was able to get convicted, and he was facing 80 years. And here's where the loophole comes in. So at the time when he actually committed the crimes, he was 17. He was 17 years old and he was being charged as a fucking adult. And so that's the loophole that his lawyers used, right? They struck a deal with the district attorney to change the legal status from adult to youthful offender because he was 17 at the time that he committed the crimes. So now, instead of the 80 years that he actually earned, that he deserved, he probably deserved more. He deserves to be actually underneath the fucking jail. You understand? They're giving him rehabilitation. It's a rehabilitation plan where he is to do a year of counseling and avoid any prison time upon completion. I should also probably add, in addition to him being a white male, he's a popular high school baseball star in Oklahoma. So you can understand why they really wanted to make sure they got him off. Two 16-year-old girls were strangled to the point where one required surgery to repair the damage that had been done, and the other one lost consciousness, and it was recorded. It was on film. It was put on film, and the judge actually allowed for this fucking deal to go through. And the judge is a woman. And now it's causing a lot of fucking outrage, as it should. I mean, this is the images of one of his victims. This is the image of one of his victims. Meanwhile, when this man and his sister and his mother was in court, this is what he was posting. This is what they were doing. This is what they were doing while he was in court for such heinous crimes. You understand? This doesn't look like a man or a family that had a care in the world. They knew for a fact, 100%, that he was going to get off. Now, all you have to do is just type the man's name and you're able to find all types of articles referring to the story. One that I'm reading from is from New York Post, and this is a quote from the mother, one of the mothers of the victims. It's appalling, the mother of one of the victims told Daily Mail on the slap on the wrist sentence. I received similar punishment for breaking curfew when I was a teenager. That's what the mother said, one of the victim's moms. Continuing on with the mother's commentary, it's a complete injustice to these girls and future victims because unfortunately, statistically, it won't end. She's correct. Not only are you giving a slap in the face to these survivors, you are potentially putting other women at risk by not holding him accountable 100%. The irony of it all is that if either girls were to actually retaliate now, especially after this fucking verdict, if they were to retaliate and try to take things into their own hands, they would be given punishments much harsher than what he received after the crimes that he has committed against them. That's the crazy fucking thing about it. And then for all of you people that are always like, oh, why don't nobody report it? Why don't you report it? Because when women report it, oftentimes the punishment that's given to the offender doesn't actually match the crime that they committed. A lot of the time, especially when you're dealing with a white privileged male, all he gets is a fucking slap on the wrist, as you see. Here's another scenario, right? Considering this all took place in Oklahoma, and we know what kind of state that is, right? If either one of his victims were to have fallen pregnant and they actually wanted to get rid of the pregnancy, you understand, because of how conception took place, they still would have faced jail time before him. Crazy. White supremacist patriarchy wins again, I guess. Because why do we even have a system, right, that is quote unquote designed to protect the victims, but all you guys ever do is protect the offenders, right? Why? What's the point? Like, what's the point of this country claiming that they care about justice, claiming that they have a system that's designed to actually protect the victims when, in fact, the system is designed to help the fucking oppressor? What's the fucking point? We live in a country right now that currently is being filled to the fucking brim with volunteer ICE agents, you understand, cops, fucking military personnel, yet this is the one fucking criminal, Jesse Mack Butler, is the one fucking criminal that just so happens to be lucky enough to escape the fucking harassment that non-criminal migrants are overwhelmingly struck with. You mean to tell me that this is a country that cares about justice? They care about justice, but this man is able to have a photo op in the court. In the courts. You understand? He feels that fucking safe. Why hasn't one of you guys gotten your hands on him yet? That's a man who's actually a fucking criminal. He choked a girl to the point where she needed fucking surgery. The doctor said that she was 10 seconds or 30 seconds away from dying. Does that not matter to you? Oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't, because he's a baseball star, right? He's a baseball star. That was real Cali the way I said it, store. He's a baseball star. That's why y'all don't give a fuck. Copy. And I was going to end the video just like that, but I thought, hey, let me show you guys who's the judge that actually granted it. So this is the judge. This is her. And this is her contact information. Do what you will with that.